6 weeks before 3-year-old Ky'mani died, Child Protective Services went to his home because of a child abuse report. Their conclusion? Nothing was found. 6 weeks later, Ky'mani was dead, and his autopsy would reveal injuries that were impossible to ignore. Ky'mani was a little boy who loved Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, and Word Party. He loved dancing, playing ball, and his drum set. He was just a little boy with a whole life ahead of him. But behind the scenes, there had already been concerns about his safety. November 9th, 2018, Lycoming County Children, Youth, and Services went to the home to investigate a child abuse report. They investigated, and according to the agency, nothing was found. Case was closed, but Ky'mani's story didn't end there. His grandmother had been trying to protect him, and Ky'mani would cry when it was time to go home. As time passed, those cries reportedly became louder. Then came December 21st, 2018. Emergency responders were called because Ky'mani was unresponsive. He was rushed to the hospital, but he died. And what the autopsy revealed was devastating. Ky'mani had suffered bleeding in his abdomen caused by acute and chronic blunt force injuries. But that wasn't all. The autopsy also revealed prior fractures to his skull, ribs, and finger. His body was covered in marks and bruises. These weren't simply injuries from one terrible moment. There was evidence of previous trauma. And that brings us back to November 9th. Just weeks before Ky'mani died, there had been a child abuse investigation. The case was closed. So the question becomes, could Ky'mani's death have been prevented? Could someone have recognized what was happening behind that door? Could his cries have been heard differently? Could the warning signs have meant more? Jason Forsyth, his mother's boyfriend, was charged with involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to the maximum of 5 to 10 years in state prison. Ky'mani deserved to grow up. Most importantly, he deserved to be safe. Because when a child is already known to the system, when there are allegations of abuse, when family members are raising concern, and when a child is crying harder every time they're sent home, we have to ask, what happens when the people who are supposed to protect a child say nothing is found? Ky'mani's story is a heartbreaking reminder that sometimes the most important warning isn't the one we discover after a child dies. It's the one we had before. Please say his name, Ky'mani, and listen to our kids.